And you look at it and you're like me and you at the store behind it, like you would say to me, really, Joe Diaz, he's going to fight the Russian, son. I could have wrote that idea on a fucking... It's still huge. It's still coming out Thanksgiving Day. This guy is coming.
It's going to be giant.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I'll be there front and center at 1 o'clock.
What's crazy is that franchise started in the 70s. 70s. He made Rocky 1 in the 70s. I remember I watched it when I was a little kid. I drank raw eggs and I ran around the block. Like I just listened to a David Goggins fucking motivational speech.
I just I read about this when they first started shooting this. He told him to hit him for real, and he put him in the ICU for 9 days. Dolph Lundgren. He said try to knock him out.
What? Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Dolph Lundgren was a legit Kyokushin karate champion.
Hey.
Dolph Lundgren's a bad motherfucker, like legitimate bad motherfucker. Like, you know, I mean, he did a bunch of those crazy action movies and he played the Punisher and all that stuff. But that guy was a legit karate champion.
Yo, what's going on,
He's
people? Just getting back in some trucking.
I would not want that guy.
How y'all doing on this beautiful Monday?
Lundgren put me in the hospital during Rocky IV. Why would he let him hit him? Well, you know who else knocked him? Antonio Tarver knocked Sylvester Stallone out when he was doing that movie where he was still boxing. Remember? Like just a few years ago, he was in his fucking 60s, and he was boxing in one of those movies. He fought Antonio Tarver, Magic Man Tarver, who's a heavyweight champion, light heavyweight champion, knocked out Roy Jones Jr. Remember when he stood in front of Roy Jones? Roy Jones goes, "Got any excuses tonight, Roy?" And then he knocked him out. Antonio Tarver is a bad motherfucker, and apparently when they were doing scenes in a movie, he clipped him and KO'd him.
Story. He said he for the first 45 seconds he tried to really knock him out. He hit him so hard his chest started to, or his heart started to swell. His blood pressure went up. Had to go back on an emergency jet to America. He was in ICU for 5 days.
Whoa.
And the insurance company would not
he says,
pay out.
Now I'm in intensive care for 5 days with nuns walking around. Insurance company would not pay out after they saw the footage of the incident. Once they did, they wrote the check. He hit my heart so hard it banged against my ribs and started to swell. And that usually happens in car accidents. So I was hit by a truck. That is ridiculous. Stallone also talks about why he hated Lundgren from the get-go. They're friends now. Oh. Probably because he's a big, handsome fella from fucking Norway or wherever the hell he's from. Where's he from? Dolph Lundgren with that name. He's from some...
Yeah, he's
some
like
lab.
Gustafson's cousin.
Yeah.
He's like Aliston Gustafson's cousin or something.
Yeah,
Sweden. He's a legit bad motherfucker, though.
I didn't know that he was a Kyokushin guy. I didn't even know he was
a karate champion. Yeah, I think he was a national champion. Kyokushin's no joke, man. Those fucking guys, that's a hard style. Very hard style.
That's GSP
Masoyama.
also, isn't
Yeah.
it? Isn't that GSP style also?
Yep.
Kyokushin?
Yep. I think Masoyama was Kyokushin. I'm pretty sure.
They're really hard-hitting motherfuckers.
It's a very hard
the
style.
punches,
Leg kicks, a lot of wheel kicks. What they do in the tournaments, Kyokushin tournaments, they punch to the body, full blast, but kick to the legs, the head, the body, and they stand right in front of each other and beat the fuck out of each other. It's horrific. It's like kind of the opposite of Taekwondo was a lot of kicks and punches only to the body too. But Kyokushin, they threw leg kicks in there, and there wasn't a lot of footwork with most of those guys. Most of those guys like stood in front of each other and battered each other. But a lot of Kyokushin guys went on to be really successful in kickboxing. In fact, a lot of the Holland influence in kickboxing came from a Kyokushin background. Like they started out with Kyokushin and kickboxing, and then they learned Thai techniques as well. But a lot of those guys had an influence of Kyokushin karate, very big in Europe.
It's crazy when I first started in martial arts, the leg was a sweep.
Sweep the leg.
In the early 70s, everybody swept.
Yeah.
You fake 2 high kicks, and even if it was a spinning back kick, the third one was a sweep. I used to go to all those karate tournaments, and that was my shit. Spinning back kicks like that, they were sweep to legit. Nobody sweeps it. Nobody sweeps it. A little bit in MMA, but not as much as I expect. Well, a good sweep with a good fucking leg. If you set them up a good old-fashioned sweep. I mean, what's his name? Has that little sweep the leg, push your back. Your boy here.
John Jones?
No, the other guy. John Jones has it too.
Yeah.
All those wrestlers have that little,
does that shit a
yeah,
lot.
all that little sweep. I like that little sweep. But I'm talking about from the fighter's position, just come into you with a sweep and throw your legs out from under. It takes a bunch of fakes. So I'm here with you. It's basically off like ba ba ba. And instead of the elbow coming around, your leg comes around and sweeps that guy off his feet. Right. He lands on his back.
There's still some guys that are really good at sweeps. The thing about MMA is just there's so many different things going on. You know, but in Muay Thai, sweeps are huge in Muay Thai. It's a big part of the sport. You know, that's why I got like Gaston Bolanos when he fights in Bellator. He's so high level in Muay Thai. Now he's getting into MMA. He's fucking guys up, not just with sweeps and spinning elbows, all sorts of shit. There's his level of Muay Thai. Like Muay Thai involves a lot of grappling, a lot of weird stuff.
I remember listening to Kenny Florian one time. He goes that Muay Thai even has a couple aspects of jiu-jitsu in it. I guess not jiu-jitsu, but something
Greco-Roman.
Greco-Roman.
Yeah, a lot of tie-ups. Well, they're always clinching. There's a lot of clinch work, and those guys develop really strong cores and necks. They grab each other like that. All the time. There's so much involved in framing arms and sweeping the legs out and twisting and changing angles. It's a great when you learn the other aspects of wrestling. You learn takedowns and control, and then when you learn jiu-jitsu and all those other. Like having that background from the clinch from Muay Thai is so gigantic because so many different things open up from there. Elbows open up from there, knees to the body open up from there.
You wrestled in high school, G?
I wrestled 1 year in high school.
Me too. Wrestled before.
Because I was still doing taekwondo at the time, and I had to figure out what was more, what was more important to me. I couldn't do both. It was just too exhausting.
I didn't like that wrestling shit. Mr. Tapachino. He used to have that fucking weight room down to like 190. They were doing hatha yoga before hatha yoga was invented. That room stunk, and it was hotter than death in there.
I was always thinking there was asbestos coming off the ceiling, too.
No.
I was like, what is covering these pipes? No one's checked these pipes. I'm like, I don't want cancer. What is happening in this wrestling room?
All those fucking schools had asbestos in it. We breathed asbestos. I ate paint chips in kindergarten.
All the water had lead. If it didn't have lead, you'd be like, what?
I went to the park yesterday with my daughter, and there was a lady next to me, and she asked me where I was from. And she goes, her father was from Brooklyn, and we started talking. She had a beautiful little 2-year-old. And the 2-year-old got caught on one of the monkey bars, and the father had to go over and help her. And she goes, I remember going up to my father's neighborhood and seeing his play yard. There were nothing like these. And I go, I still remember coming from Cuba and doing that, the monkey bars. But then you get so good that you put your legs up and you hang by your knees. Mm-hmm. And one day, bro, I didn't hang right, and I landed on that concrete. There was no rubber in those days. It was just straight up concrete. Half the first grade, I fucking twitched. I twitched half the first grade. I landed right on my fucking neck. I never got on the monkey bar again.
Monkey bars break a lot of kids.
I don't fuck around with monkey bars at all.
I broke my arm in a monkey bar. My daughter broke her arm in a monkey bar. Yeah. Another kid in my daughter's class broke her arm in a monkey bar.
How do you break out with a monkey bar?
Fall down. Try to catch yourself. Post your arm, snap. Yeah, it's real common. Monkey bars are fucking dangerous because you don't have the hand strength. You're 6 years old, so you grab all the bars. You don't really have the dexterity of the hand strength. It slips, you fall back, oops, snap.
You gotta shoot my daughter on that monkey bar. She gets it, she does it until my hands are weak. She gets little blisters. The mother's gotta put a band-aid on.
Your daughter's fierce.
That she's not
a fierce little girl.
Yeah, I like that about her.
She's fierce.
I take it to I put a lot of time into that shit. It's really weird because of the Kavanaugh situation and the Harvey Weinstein situation. You're a dad, I'm a dad. It's different now. You gotta raise your daughter now. This has affected me. But the Kavanaugh thing was pissing me off for a few weeks because I don't like the idea that they can come back to you for something you did in high school. That's just not right in my world. Unless I fucked you in the ass in high school and covered your mouth. I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that was the thing he did.
But
who knows what really happened?
nobody knows, and nobody knows. Nobody knows. So, it was 36 years ago.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I've known you for 20, and I've seen you sweeten up over the years. And we all change. You're not the same Joe Rogan I met 20 years ago.
I'm definitely not the same guy I was in high school. That's for sure.
No, come on, please.
But he was a guy that was hanging around with a bunch of drunk jocks. We all remember drunk jocks.
You know,
and that environment, that sort of environment of like being around a bunch of drunk guys who are constantly one-upping each other. That's a sketchy fucking environment. That's frat houses.
well, the Yale thing scared me. That's when I thought, those guys, they're rich boy kids. You know what happened? They got a little bit of money. Everything's been covered up all their lives.
Yeah.
Everything's been covered up all their lives. When I was a kid, I knew this girl. They used to call her Mindy Head. And on Friday nights, they'd get in the car and they'd drive into like fucking Connecticut. I tell her she had to suck all their dicks to get home. God knows who that poor girl is today. Last time I saw her was 1993, getting coke in a building in Harlem. And she's like, you gotta save me. I'm with some guy in the car. He doesn't want to leave me alone. I'm like, listen, bitch, I'm walking to my car. I never saw you before in my life. I swear to God, I bumped into her in a cop house on 181st Street 10 years after high school. I'm in a fucking 4th floor with some Dominicans. I'm walking down the stairs and there's Mindy Head. And she's like, what are you doing here? The same thing you're fucking doing here, obviously.
What's fucked up is for some people, their experiences in high school define them. I just watched that Stephen King movie, It, the most recent one.
With the clown?
Oh,
Yeah.
Joe.
Pretty fucking good. But one of the things that I was thinking when I was watching it was like how fucking mean kids are in school to each other. And you kind of forget about that. And then you watch one of those movies about people being mean to people and you're like, oh yeah, I remember going around to get away from a guy that was picking on me, that was fucking with me, and like you would get scared running into him at the bus stop and scared of seeing him after school. That's how I got into martial arts in the first place. I got tired of being scared. Scared of people.
I was in martial arts and I was still fucking scared. Let me tell you something. The funniest thing about the movie was that it fucking clowns. So 2 months later, a bunch of clowns got together and went on strike. They went downtown and they had a parade. Not a parade. What do you call when people get together and they fucking have signs?
Recently?
This is right after that movie was released.
2017.
Whenever that movie was released, a month later, 2 months later, a bunch of clowns in the California area got together downtown and picketed Stephen King because they were losing work as clowns. Because they had lost. A bunch of clowns got canceled. They lost all their clown season work or some shit.
I read the book a long time
Which
ago.
one?
It. I remember I was like, man, how are they going to make a movie out of this? And they made a movie out of it way back in the day with John Boy from the Waltons. Remember the dude with the mole on his face?
Yeah.
He had a ponytail in it. I watched it the other night on TV. Just flipping through the channels, it was on. And it was a couple days after I'd seen the most recent version of it. It was hilariously bad. It was so stupid. But it was John Boy with the Waltons. It might have been... How many versions of that It movie did they make? Was it just 2? The first one was the first one with Tim, the guy from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was who the clown was. Yeah, it was so stupid. It was like it wasn't scary at all. I mean, not even remotely. But the new one was pretty fucking scary.
Well, Stephen King, dog, is a fucking crazy motherfucker. We both read On Writing.
Yeah, it's
And we both... Did you see him on Sons of Anarchy ever?
No.
They contacted him, like, we want you to be on Sons of Anarchy. He's like, listen, the only way I'll be on Sons of Anarchy is it's like if I could ride my motorcycle. They had to go back and forth, like, we don't need you. What'd I just tell you? If I go on Sons of Anarchy, I gotta ride my motorcycle. So he played a creepy guy that makes you disappear after they kill you.
Really?
Like he comes in and measures you. Like you're on the floor dead, and he'd walk in, measure you, and tell you what he needs. I need a rope, I need some gasoline, I need a car. I also need a selection of 70s classic rock. And then you disappear, and when you come back, there's nothing there. And they walk him out. He tells you what you want. How much? 800. You pay him the 800. If you only have 6, he'll look around the room. He'll just take like a statue And he'll just walk out of your house, ties his stash on the motorcycle. Look at him. He was classic on Sons of Anarchy.
You know, the crazy thing about him was his battle coming back from getting hit by that guy in a car. He was walking. I think it was in Maine, right? He was walking and some guy wasn't paying attention and fucking hit him in his car and just destroyed his body. Like, just destroyed his body. Like, I mean, he was fucked up for a long,
In a motorcycle?
long
On a
time.
motorcycle?
Yeah. Shattered his... No, he was walking. He was just walking. When he got hit by a guy in a van.
Doug, when I read that, I think you turned me on to it. When I read that chapter on Carrie, how he had written half a Carrie and threw it away, and his wife found it and made him finish it, and it was about a girl with a period or something crazy, and how, like, I was in shock.
Great book. Carrie is a great book.
Great. Carrie and Cujo are my favorite Stephen King books. Cujo, till this day I have it, I look at it and I respect it. It's like cocaine. I don't even open that book. I just look at it and touch it from time to time, and I go, ooh, I don't know if I want to get into that thing.
You know, it's a great book that they did, like, the movie version of it, it's just like, was Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary is a book. There's some things about books, you know, I hate the cliche that books are better. Oh, the book's better. But what is interesting about books is there's certain things that you shouldn't really see. You should only imagine. Like, they work out better I mean, you're in your imagination. Like, there's something much creepier about them in Pet Sematary.
Even though about some people that, like, whenever I have a hard time sleeping or something like that, something's going on with me. So instead of sitting in bed and having what's called insomnia, I get up and I write it out. When you read that back, it's like when I write about something I did as a kid, whether it's robbing Freddie at Putnam Field. When I was a kid, I used to rob this gas station every 8 weeks. And, you know, when I was in West Palm Beach, a kid showed up. A kid showed up in high school. When I was in West Palm Beach, he was like, I have something. He goes, this is a map picture of us. We were about to rob a gas station in 1981. He still had the map with me with stick men. We would rob this gas station every 6 to 8 weeks.
Coming from the left, I'm coming from the north.
I don't even know what the fucking point I'm trying to make was. I forgot it somewhere.
Write about things that you did that
Even when I write about that, you read them, it's different. I can fucking do it. Reading is fucking phenomenal. To build imagination, that's why when you read Silence of the Lambs, and you watch the movie, you gotta get everybody in that room, give them a big hug. Because they kept it honest, they kept it real. When you read William Blakely's The Exorcist, and then The Exorcist has been on for the last 2 weeks on AMC, and I've been watching bits and pieces of it, and I can't applaud it more. That's Jackie Gleason's son-in-law.
Is it really?
Yes. Who's Jason, whatever, his father. Who he was in Sleepers with Brad Pitt, De Niro. He played the newspaper reporter. That's his fucking father. But Damian Karras plays the priest. That's Jackie Gleason's son-in-law. He married Jackie Gleason's daughter. And it's funny because last week I was in my office typing. My wife, when she was up to be home in 20 minutes with the baby. So I don't know what you're doing. I go, all right, so I went out to the living room and I turned the TV on just to be out there. Because I was going to go watch cartoons or whatever. And I saw The Exorcist and I turned it on. And dog, it came on when the priest comes to the door. Which, if I ever bump into that director, I would take his dick out and suck it. Because that's what real directing is. He scared you without showing anything.
Yeah.
Remember, when the priest comes to the door, all you see is an image of the priest, and you don't see what his face looks like, and it scares you. But when he walks in, he takes this motherfucker, and the guy says to him, can I get you something? How was your trip? Can I get you something? And he goes, do you want some coffee? And he goes, no, let's do this. And this guy's a psychiatrist. You have to watch it again. This guy's a psychiatrist. Not only is he a priest, and he starts dropping psycho, and the priest looks at him and goes, knock it off. The devil is coming. Attack you psychologically. Nobody else. Do not listen to him. And he just breaks it down. And then the guy says to him, do you want to know the 3 levels of manifestation? looks at me and goes, no, there's only one. Satan. Dog, it's just right there. You're like, so my daughter walks in.
Well, it's on.
The 5-year-old walks in and she sits on my lap and she's a Bible beater. I don't know if you know this, but Mercy's a Bible beater. She loves anything with God and, you know, I got a little fucking thing she gave me with Jesus and fish. Yeah, Mercy, my daughter's a Bible beater. Even though she goes to public school, she'll come home and talk about God today. So she's watching this whole manifestation of these two priests talking about God is powerful, God's going to kill Satan, and all of a sudden they walk into the room and she's sitting up and she's like, and my daughter caught. It took her like 30 seconds to just look at me. She just ran out of the room. Like she doesn't know who Satan is, nothing. She just ran out of the room. This is one of the scariest movies, one of the finest movies. She elevates herself, comes down. What about when so they do the first thing, they walk out. But what about when they walk back in and he's a doctor, so he's checking her heart. And she turns into the mother in the hospital and starts saying, why you do this to me? And the priest told him, don't listen to him, that the devil's cunning. You know, and all of a sudden, what about when he comes in and goes, Father, I'm on sparing 5 cents when all off the board. Because the devil's I mean, bro, you have to watch it. And while all this is going on, you have to remember that there's a murder going on. Because the first night when she came down, before the devil came in, some guy was talking shit, a Nazi was talking shit, a Jewish guy was talking shit about a Nazi or something. And she comes down and pees and says, you're gonna die, motherfucker. She doesn't say
you're gonna die up there to an astronaut, wasn't it? Wasn't he an astronaut?
He was something downstairs.
Did she say something like that? You're gonna die up there?
No, he was downstairs. They were in the living room and they were singing like that.
But didn't she was talking to a guy who was an astronaut. She
I'm
said,
not sure. I thought she just said, you're gonna die. And then she peed the carpet.
Yeah.
And then
there was a dinner party.
And then a couple nights later, they found the guy on the bottom of the stairs, but it couldn't have been a girl because they twisted his neck all the way around.
Right. Yeah.
So it had to be a man. And that's why you have to watch that movie when the cop comes to talk to the mother, who's a famous actress.
Last time I watched it was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Its first one is a deep.
Yo, what up, Martin?
Movie.
How you doing, man?
That girl got fucked up doing that movie.
Bro, listen, how can they make a 12-year-old girl stick across my pussy?
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about the truth now. She stuck across my pussy, took it out, grabbed her mother by the ears, put her in some suck it, eat me, let me.
Yeah.
Right, and picked her up and smacked her nose across the fucking.
She says your mother sucks cocks in hell.
That's what she told the one priest. I saw that in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Shame on them. Like, if I could sue the Union City Cinema today, I would sue them. Because they didn't check my ID. They didn't give a fuck. They took my $2 and they threw me to the fucking wolves. But I also saw...
What's her name?
Linda Blair. She showed up 20 years later. She started hanging out with Rick James. She showed up 20 years later with Rick James. I wonder what Linda Blair is doing today. But I hope they paid her a lot of money because she never really recovered from that.
No.
She never really worked after that. It's tough to get work after you put a cross in your pussy. I mean, that's Ginger. It's tough to get a commercial for fucking Destinax.
Yeah, well, it's also people never forget you were that person. Like, it's very difficult for people to have a change perception.
She walks down the stairs.
Backwards.
What about when the head spins around in front of the priest? I mean, it's just too out there for a movie. They can never. They think they're remaking that every once in a while. They look at each other. Look at it.
Jesus Christ. That was a creepy fucking movie. And you gotta realize that back then, there was nothing like this before this movie. This movie was so extreme. Like, there had been horror movies before, but it was like Frankenstein, Dracula. They were kind of scary, but they weren't bloody. There was nothing like this movie. This movie was so over the top. And people, a lot of people at the time were like, the movie represented something. It represented a changing of boundaries. The people, these young kids, these people today, like, what the fuck are they doing? What kind of movies are they making?
Catholics
What is
were
this?
pissed. I remember being in Catholic school, and they were just pissed. They were telling us not to go see it. We weren't allowed to go see it. Bro, that's I was right there when the movie got released, and I had to see it. And
Of course. As soon as they tell you you can't see it, you're gonna see it.
Blew my fucking. That's where I saw Rocky, where everybody was on their feet yelling for Rocky. This is America was different. Everybody was yelling Rocky, and I also saw The Longest Yard. And this is a movie theater that was basically Irish, Italian, and Cuban, but they talked, they yelled at the screen, you know, they threw things at the screen, and when the fucking Longest Yard, Burt Reynolds was coming back, the whole place was on their feet. This is a great movie theater, and they let you in. They played the last movie at 11:30. I saw, you know how many times I saw Into the Dragon? The late movie, my mother let me walk up there. This is on 48th Street, and my mother's bar was on 29th Street.
Nothing much, bud. Just playing ATS myself. Yeah, 157 miles going to Ontario when I'm done. I'm buying the big balls.
I just go there as a Spanish kid and watch it.
Oh, okay, cool, dude.
Love it.
Do you have a steering wheel also?
What they can do with special effects, and so because of that, you had to accomplish much more. But even with American Werewolf in London, right?
The original.
The original.
What year was that, man?
I want to say 81. If I'm gonna guess. Look at it. What year was it? Was it 81? The special effects, even though they were groundbreaking for the time, like when he's lying on the floor, his body's stretching out, it's like, ah! He's turning into the wolf like that shit, with his face is stretching out. I mean, those are groundbreaking special effects. No one had ever seen anything like that.
This I enjoyed. It's watching a movie now, and 30% of it, 40% of it is CGI.
Yeah, well, that's
it
what
drives
I was
me
gonna say.
fucking crazy.
I watched
That shit drives me crazy.
the other day.
Which one?
Underworld.
With Kevin Costner.
No. That was with that hot girl, the vampire, with lichens.
What's the
versus
hot girl?
vampire.
Oh, okay, you got maps and
Jesus Christ, she's
stuff.
tremendous.
I'm still playing on the
She's
original.
so hot.
She's just tremendous. I fell in love with her with the movie.
Oh, an Xbox One controller?
At the jail in Thailand. That's how long I've been in love with her. I go deep with her and Claire Danes. Kate Beckinsale, something. They both fell in love with the same guy, and he put heroin on him, and he put him in a prison.
So I was flipping through the channels while I was
Broke down Palace.
There it is. When I was doing that, I'm doing this fucking fitness channel, this fitness challenge with Ari and Bert and Tom, and I'm just watching anything I can on TV while I'm on the elliptical machine or the rower or whatever the fuck I'm doing. And I was watching one of the Underworld movies, and I realized there's like 10 of them. I mean, how many fucking Underworld movies has there been? Oh, there's more than that.
How many has she been? All of them.
She's the main star. They're so stupid. The fucking one that I saw, I mean, it was like deep in. She has a daughter now, and there's 5 of them. I don't know which one I saw, but
I think I saw the first 2.
Yeah, I think the one I was watching
got a
was.
little out of control for me. That was it.
I think I was watching Blood Wars. It was so dumb. But anyway, the CGI, the werewolves are so corny. They show you too much, it looks fake. And the thing about an American Werewolf in London is they showed you little quick snippets of the thing before we kill people. It was just enough. Look at that. They look so stupid. It just looks fake. Like CGI just does not look. And that was something that Pat McGee, the guy who made the werewolf out there in the lobby, it's what he had told me. He's like, when you see your brain can tell that's not real. Like even if it looks really good, your brain can tell it's not real. He's like, what your brain sees special effects like makeup, like that kind of stuff, like a face that's been done with like prosthetics and teeth and fangs. Your brain says, oh, that's a real thing. That's a thing that's right in front of you. Yeah, look, these werewolves are so corny. When they're running, looks fake. Their shadows look fake. But pull a scene from American Werewolf in London, like the actual werewolf. They had very, very quick scenes. You didn't see much of the werewolf. It was like very fast. Like you see it running through the streets of London. You see it snapping at things. Like in that one, that's the beginning when they first got jacked by the wolf.
Jesus.
like this. Give me some body. Back it up. Back it up so they're running.
Everybody. So you watch TV. The problem that happened somewhere between 85, maybe 87 today is the disconnect of the director. And you're asking me, Joey, what's the disconnect of the director? The imagination. I just watched something on Scarface. I almost called you because it was so interesting about the dilemmas they had with Scarface when they gave it an X rating. So Scarface came out, Pacino said that at the release, at the party of Scarface, he just sank. He wouldn't get nothing. He had a bunch. They took Joan Collins aside, and they said to Joan Collins, what did you think of the movie? She goes, I left after, she goes, I think 100 fucks is enough fucks for a person's lifetime. Like they were so, but they showed. That's enough for a person's lifetime. I left after a half. They counted how many fucks he said and all this stuff, but that's not my point. The point is that when the guy that directed it had to go in front of the board, it's a big difference about me showing
chainsaw
going through your arm, and you seeing it, than seeing your face. You follow me? Yeah. Right. That's why they had to go to that.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes. You know, they had the X rating. You know, it's a beautiful story. It's supposed to be me, you, and him, and he's supposed to make the decision. The director brought violent specialists, psychiatrists, but he brought in 100 witnesses. They were there all fucking day to prove his point, to take it from an X-rated movie to an R-rated movie. When you watch Once Upon a Time in the West, Sergio Leone was the king of the directors because he gave you the decision to decide. Are you with me? He gave it to you. When Charles Bronson gets off the train Once Upon a Time in America, and there's three dudes waiting, the train goes by, and all of a sudden it stops, and all of a sudden you hear a harmonica, and you hear Charles Bronson going, and they look up and they see Charles Bronson, but they're not looking, it's not focusing on Charles Bronson. Sergio Leone's fucking with you. He keeps showing you this fucking thing that keeps going, like, take me back, Sergio Leone. Let me watch this gunfight. He gave you imagination. Directors gave you imagination. They gave you a split second to decide what was going to happen. Now, I know the story before it happens. The director was something special. That's why Sergio Leone, those guys, those spaghetti westerns were genius. Because they gave you, are you with me?
Yeah.
You gave me a second to split decide.
Yeah, you had to think about
what's going on. That scene, I could have put it in his arm or showed Pacino's face.
Well, you remember High Plains Drifter?
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Is that the one where he's a ghost and he goes back and paints it? No, paint that.
No. It's that's not. Is that High Plains Drifter? Am I getting the wrong name on? I mean, I'm thinking about the one where he comes back as a ghost.
Right. That's
this town and kill everyone. It wasn't that cornball. So if you go back to like the older movies, you go back to like, you know, like a Frankenstein or a Dracula type film, they spelled things out. Like they treated you like you were a dumbass, and they spelled things out. And they eventually stopped doing that, and they put mystery and imagination in films. And then somewhere along the line, at least with like modern blockbusters, if I had to guess, I would say part of the problem is there's so much money involved in these movies. If you're going to make a film and you know, it's so gigantic thing with special effects, the studios dumping hundreds of millions of dollars into it, they want to return the money.
The cop that broke. If you, I forget them. That's a good book.
Yeah.
The whatever. I forget. I have it at the house. He plays the cop, and I heard that there was a lot of little that in the word got out. That's it.
Well, you know, Johnny Depp at one point in time when he had done that movie Dead Man. Do you remember Dead Man? Interesting movie. It was a weird black and white movie about crimes, train across the West. He was talking in an interview about how he wants to do interesting projects. He was like, I've never been in history. Phenomenal. He's really
Chick is good. I love him.
He's a great actor.
They cut him loose. He made a ton of money for them. They did 5 fucking movies.
But you know, he's boys with Stanley.
Right.
And essentially, Johnny Depp. Everybody thinks you're going to spend money on the website. Guess what? We're not. We're not paying to read your fucking website. We're not. Johnny Depp, what does it say? The Tupac movie abruptly pulled from the lease. Oh, sorry. They don't pull it. It's awesome. But the point is, you know, Stanhope's boys movie, and he's like, he said that once he did those Pirates movies, he couldn't go anywhere. He was like, you can't go to restaurants, you can't go anywhere, you just can't go anywhere. He hit that upper echelon of fame where it's almost there's no turning back. You know, you get like Michael Jackson type. You just get crazy. Your world is just, it's no one can relate to you.
What were they giving him for movie? He was making back in everything.
I bet he was making more than that.
All of that. He's got like 18 houses.
Yeah, he's got 14 houses. I remember when I was in Colorado, someone said he had a ranch out there. Does he ever go there? No, he just has a ranch.
What about my house?
fuck.
Did you?
Yeah, when I lived on 435 that's what it's called.
I didn't realize it was coming up that fast.
The guy, 2 days I was there, he came 3 days. Bookings came they spent 2,000 on booze. And I was talking to the daughter, and she's like, yeah, that's how it is.
All
Hey,
over the place.
he had 3 in Colorado alone, like Preston Butte, Snow West Village, and he had a house on the other side, just skiing there. It's like 2 different types of powder. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's that world when people get that famous, when they get that rich, when they get that to the point where they live in some sort of weird la-la world.
He had a brand new Jeep delivered every year. And part of my agreement was I had to drive like 50 miles a month to keep me sure because we had no problems with none of his houses.
Right.
So we had a different fucking house set up there. And if you
Did
know
they do a background check on you?
No, listen to me. I fucking grandfathered into the house because my buddy from Jersey had it. And his girlfriend came out to visit. He knocked her up. The guy was difficult to get a hold of because he was a neighborhood. So my friend just said to me, just say that. When he comes in, he'll see it's you and tell him I had to leave and shit. Keep my deposit. So I stayed there for like 2 months and he came. He's like, who the fuck are you? And I told him that I couldn't get a hold of him because he was in England. And he asked me for a couple names. I had already lived in Snowmass for about a year. I left and came back. So I had a couple nice references for him. He gave me the thing and then left. And I was not allowed in his home. Part of the deal was I had to run the garage and use his car. And it was 18 hours a month with the shovel snow. 18 hours of work. So it was essentially shoveling snow in the winter. So he would give me little assignments like paint the wall, whatever I would do. Keep the truck on the ship. Zero rent. I think he paid me $800 a month. And I got to get a day job, ski and shit, and then I would take a volunteer fireman.
You a volunteer fireman?
Because, alright, so cocaine was 1,800 an ounce at the time in Snowmass, and my buddies didn't get it to me for 800 in New Jersey. So I would go back and forth to make all this dough. And people found out the guy that they blew up, they put a pipe bomb in this guy's car, and they blew him up. His name was Stephen Grabo. He left a big gap in this fucking drug place. So I was
They killed him?
Oh yeah, they killed this little bastard.
In Colorado?
In Aspen, 36 days before he was to stand trial. They could never get him for cocaine. He was making $6 million every 6 weeks. I spoke about this on the every 6 weeks. It was in 1984. They arrested him the first time in 83. They brought him to Denver. They found $9 million altogether cash. Then in 84 was when he went every night he'd work out. He was a good looking dude that kept in shape. He had 20 different cars. And every night he'd give the guy at the door $5 to start the car. The night the guy took the night off, he started his own car. He put a pipe bomb in his car. He lived. He made it all the way to the hospital. But something so deep up his ass that he just bled to death. So he left this gap. So this guy approached him. These people around here, they wanted to do business with you. You're cutting them out. So I had to talk to them. And they said, listen, for you, why we never do it face to face? So they have an Aspen Club. And let's go and see if the Aspen Club is still, in those days, these places were $1,000. And I knew a girl that used to go to the Aspen Club. And she used to tell me she used to take showers in this department. Beautiful basically he was putting that tourist current in a fucking turn on a fireplace so they can clean out the shards and they put them in. And these people put them in the dumpster. So 10 out of 10, all you're doing is dumpster fires. That's all you're doing. But you got access to the snow monster. So basically, man, it's $10,000. Put on your gym clothes, work out. Until you got back to the allotment clothes. It was all in. They were all in.
Everybody's involved. So the girl that worked she was getting a piece?
Yo, what up?
Hey there, NICKYJ.BLUNTZ 420. What's your location, bud?
Down California way, down Mexico border, dropping off some propane. Listen to that Joey Diaz and Joe Rogan podcast from earlier.
I'm still in Germany, and I am wondering why I can't find that podcast. I just went and looked, and it's not on Joe's site.
For 2 months, nigga, where are you? Zero to base, where are you? Listen, I'm starting to
get to it straight away, so I can
you want me to go put out a fire in a dumpster? Go fuck yourself. They came over and took the dumpster.
I was looking forward to that.
And then I went to work for this other dude.
It's not on Joe's.
The guy I worked for was Dick South.
It's probably because it's
Dick
processing.
Dick Dune was the mayor. So
I have it up.
Dick. So Dick Kelly had one of those snow companies, and they wanted me to go and I don't know what they call Joe Rogan, so straighten me out. It's a high-low that shovels snow.
What's a high-low?
A high-low in a warehouse.
Oh, okay.
And it
Like
picks
a little
up shit.
small truck that pushes snow around.
So he was another poor bastard that made a mistake and hired me.
That should have worked.
And yeah, I had to be there 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning, I'm on my second gram.
Is this from YouTube?
He'd be in front of my house beeping.
Yeah.
I would tell him to go fuck himself.
That's the one I'm listening to right now.
He came and took his truck. I was on a roll up there. I was on a fucking roll. For
guys who plowed snow, guys who had snow trucks, they would snow out, man. That was it. You weren't getting any sleep. There was a bunch of guys.
29 days without having Reaper in your body.
That's a business. It's a business.
That's a great beginning.
You know, as soon as you hit snow,
I gotta, since I'm listening off of
making sure you're out there.
The
truck up the driveway, pushing snow around. My buddy Jimmy, he had there was one of the side
Steam message.
Side business, plow on his pickup truck.
And for some reason it
plow people out.
The menu bar on there that is only doing mute and unmute.
I went home this year, March 20th.
So it's gonna be kind of hard to hear you.
Well, pull it up. Put it on YouTube.
I looked on it. It's not there.
Oh, all right. You're all right. Just mute me or whatever.
I'd never seen
Wait a second.
Like when I was a kid in Jersey, if it snowed, that shit was there. Like that shit stayed. It stayed there. So there was no school.
Stacked up on the side of the road.
On the sidewalk.
Dirty snow.
Bro, my town won't let a fucking ounce of snow land. Not an inch.
Really?
They're fucking tremendous. That night, the road completely East Coast. I'll never forget how, when I left Jersey in '83, like if it snowed, like let's say if it snowed, and I'd take the bus up here, I would just go up and say, Joe, it's snowing. You expect me at 11. And, you know, everything was late. When it snows in Jersey, here's this big metropolitan area, New York City, and it snowed in Cripple City. Newspapers wouldn't come. People get pissed off. People would post. And I remember moving to Snowmass and getting a job at ASUS Electric. And that meant I had to get on the bus to Snowmass, go to the bottom of the hill, transfer, and shoot the bus to Snowmass. I did this now for the first time. I woke up one day. You know, in Colorado, you wake up and there's 12 inches. It's just another day. Just another day. And I remember in 1983, they couldn't fucking clean up New York. But I'll never forget that morning waking up in the hospital at 6:30 in Snowmass. Then I can expect me to go back there. Walking around that way. And I'm like, it snowed out, the buses around like that. Everybody else here came on the bus and they all got here on time. They fucking busted me right out. Like Colorado was that far ahead of the game.
Well, they're just so used to it.
They were so, but like draw down something, yes. They draw down something because when you wash your car in Colorado, they push the water carriers. Rust.
Yeah.
Rust travels fast in Colorado.
In Boston too, that salt to go
Salt puts on it.
You buy old cars and in the fenders, you know, the back of the fenders, like in the corner, that's where the salt would pile up. You always have rust there. You always have like these big pockets of rust in the corner.
Is that from Rockstone?
Yeah. That's why California cars, everybody's wanted a rust-free California car. If you're buying a muscle car, like an older, you know, hot rod, you find a rust-free California car. California salt. The big thing with salt. Destroy cars. Destroy the frame. Destroy everything. That salt get up in there, just sit there.
One way your car is just slow the fuck right down and just stop in the middle of a damn freeway. Why? Like, why? Go, dude. What a piece of shit.
Colored, you buff. You kept putting primer on it.
Good thing my load's not damaged. Dude, he won't go. Making 40 grand. Come on.
Colorado wasn't that humid.
Yeah, Colorado, you're getting it from moisture, you're getting it from salt. I'm sure the salt erodes. The East Coast, you're definitely getting, you know, there's a variety of factors that cause cars to rust out. Older cars, but if you can find rust that's what
fine, just sit there then. Rolling around you.
It's rust free.
Honk the horn. I didn't even think about that, Mike. How you doing?
Yeah.
My 65's fiberglass.
Would that actually work?
No.
Is it gonna make it move faster?
No, you just gotta back up and give them space, and then eventually it'll just get going. But I don't know. This one just, I think it was just a glitch because this one just actually stupid.
I noticed when you get too far over in the lane and the car's coming up behind you, they slow down, or if you get in front of a car, they slow down.
It's like such a curvy car, and if you had to do that, all that banging out.
Then you see wrecks on the side of the road, and a cop car is next to the wreck. And as you're going past another cop car, probably attending the wreck, you can get a ticket.
The shape of those things, man. I mean, they could do that with metal, but there's so many complicated curves to it. Just the curve of the door, to the fender, the back fender.
Yeah, you're a fan of the car. How does this car compare to drive?
That's not a real. I mean, if you drove a regular 1965 Corvette, they're sloppy. Their suspension's sloppy. The brakes are dog shit.
Oh, this one here?
That thing's not a regular. That thing's what's called a resto mod. So what that is a 1965 Corvette, but it has a 2007 Corvette engine in it that's supercharged, and then it has entirely modern suspension. Everything's modern. Coilovers, modern brakes, big ass Corvette brakes, big fucking fat wide tires with sticky rubber on them. That thing doesn't handle anything like an old car. That thing handles like a new car. As much as you can get a car like that to handle like a new car.
How much do you drive?
I drive that fucker all the time. I take it to the store all the time. You ever see me take that thing to the store? You should go for a ride with me. It's so fun.
I don't think I'd fit more stuff.
He's fit.
They were filming made for more people.
He's fit.
You're 65. There's a fucking thing.
No. You fit.
Remember when Tony Soprano tried to get Johnny Sacks? What's the Italian car?
Oh, did he have Ferrari or Lamborghini? Maserati? I don't remember. Yeah.
Ooh, I want to get a Maserati.
They don't make those for skinny Italians.
Yeah, but
I won't put in a new Bugatti.
You know, it's pretty weird just to go back to that lady that quit high school when she was 16. most wealthiest people in the world. Like,
the Chinese lady? Yeah.
Like, whatever her name was, we pronounce it wrong. It's so weird how much stock we put into high school.
Mm-hmm.
How much stock is really in high school? Like, right now you have children. I don't know about high school. Like, I don't know. I don't know about high school still. And I don't know. I've met so many people who have quit high school that have done better with their lives. I thought when I quit high school, I was done. I was fucking done. That was one of the worst points in my life. I remember I was going to get a tattoo. I wanted to get like an Ozzy Osbourne has Ozzy on his fingers. I was going to get Coco on both fingers. C-O-C-O. And I remember walking up there that day and going, you know what, pal? So wait a second. I'm going to get an Ozzy, a Coco tattoo on my fingers, and I'm going to quit high school? Like, what am going to be my chances of really doing anything? Like, I already quit high school, and now I'm going to put tattoos on my fingers. I'm never going to do anything with my life. That's why I chickened out from tattoos, you know.
Because you're afraid you're going to be a loser?
In 1982, a tattoo was not a work of art. A tattoo was you went to jail.
Yeah.
You killed somebody.
Oh,
See?
Hey,
but he had that in 69. He's had that in 69.
Yeah.
He was cooler than fuck. He was Ozzy Osbourne. I wasn't no Ozzy Osbourne.
Right.
I was just some fucking drugged out criminal.
Yeah.
But I knew that if I quit high school and put C-O-C-O, I was doomed for life. Like on both hands, I was going to be doomed. This is a true story, bro. Like I remember still walking to the tattoo place. It was in Cliffside Park. And how much weight they put on high school. And like I quit high school my junior year. Was I good at it? Yes, I was very good at it. I was very good at school. I just had to quit school because of necessity. And it's so weird how many people over the years I've read. And the only reason why I got my GED, let me tell you something, I refused to get my GED. Because if I would have failed my GED, I would have killed myself. Like if you quit high school and then fail your GED, you're really doomed for life. I didn't even want to know about the GED thing. But when I got arrested, you got to have a GED because you get an extra point to your sentence thing. Like this is a variable that adds to you not going to prison for that long. So if you get arrested and you don't have a GED and you're not working at the time of your arrest, this all counts towards your sentencing guidelines. So the only reason why I took that GED fucking thing, because I was petrified of taking a Joe Rogan. Because once you fail your
I was
GED,
petrified of taking a Joe Rogan.
So I got tattoo on my fingers.
I like how you call him just Joe Rogan.
Quit high school, and I fucking failed the first GED thing. Like I would have died. Like I studied hard for my GED. I bought the fucking thing. I took a night class with a bunch of people who didn't speak English. I studied hard. I passed my GED with flying colors. But it's so weird how they put such a stress on it when I was growing up. And I know tons of kids that sophomore year.
You're probably like way ahead of me.
Owns a fucking mechanic garage, or we have a fruit company.
Where do you at? I'll fast forward.
He's in the stock market. He's getting me a job.
I'm actually way far back.
I think in West Palm Beach.
Personally, I think I'm like an hour.
Quit school, and I was like worried about him.
Maybe close to an hour, 2 hours in.
He quit school. He's doing fine. He's rich as fuck now.
Well,
I'm not sure.
An education, like quitting learning.
Yeah,
quitting school. The problem
3 hours
with
and
school
17 minutes.
School, like standardized education, right? The education that they would like you to get is you go through school,
really get
out of high school, go to a good college, you get a degree, and then you go to graduate school, and then you're a real success. But there's a lot of people that did
trucking, buddy.
There was no job for them. They have graduate
That's
degrees.
That's what I'm doing.
They're not doing well.
Big old 10-4.
It's just it's not a guarantee, and especially in this weird fucking economy. The problem with a guy like you or a problem with a guy like me is that we're never going to have regular jobs. It was never going to work. We're too fucked up for whatever reason. We're both fucked up for different reasons.
Bro, I quit every fucking job.
Every job? I've never had a job that's
4 days, I was like, why am I doing? I could sell an 8-ball and make $50. I gotta wash dishes. Like I washed dishes for 4 months.
I was listening to Rogan and Diaz before I came here. Alright, Nicky J. Yo, what up, Mike? That's what I'm talking about, man.
Nobody ever brings that up as a viable job
Always
option.
a good listener to these guys.
It's obviously a giant job option. All of our friends that are like you or I, that are comics. They were all fuck ups in high school. They all barely made it through whatever job they had. They hated every second of it, and they all thought they were losers. That's one thing we all have in common. We were all worried that we were going to be a loser. But none of us had someone who said, "Hey, Joey, you're fucking funny, man. You could be a comic. Try being a comic. Go to an open mic night. Give it a shot. You know how much comics make a weekend? A comic headline at a club in the weekend might make $1,500. You'd be like, what? $1,500 for telling jokes? Like, yeah, $1,500. You'd be like, that is crazy. And you talk about what regular people are making, busting their ass all week. You could just show up on a Friday, do 2 shows on a Friday, 2 shows on a Saturday, 1 show on Sunday, and you'd make $1,500. You'd get home, and a lot of times it was cash. You'd be like, how do I do this job? Well, you got to start off as a mic night. You got to become an apprentice.
It's so weird how I could look you in the face and tell you something I knew my freshman year in high school. You ready?
Yeah.
I knew one thing for sure.
What?
I did not want a day job.
No job. Me too.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I wanted a job.
But not a job where you sit in an office.
No. There was no day job in my future. I was either going to be a bartender, a waiter. I was going to work in a warehouse like there was a company, White Rose in Secaucus. It was a frozen warehouse where you just got lobster tails and shit, and you had to wear like bundled up. They paid you $22 an hour.
Yeah.
They gave you $1,000 every 90 days to buy clothing. Like, I was set to do that. I had no problem with working 9 to 6. I knew one thing about my life, that I was not taking a day job, because the people I grew up around, my mother did not have a day job. My mother went, opened the bar at 9, set the bar up, beer, boom, and by 10:30 she was in Harlem, picking up this, going to a Met game, eating Chinese food. She didn't go back till 7 o'clock at night. Then she worked till 3. I had no problem with working. My first big job was bartending from 5 to 1 in Manhattan. I just knew that my days were mine. I liked that. I wanted to be opposite everybody else. I wanted you to leave the fucking house when I walked in. I'm going to make my own eggs. I'm going to smoke a joint. I'm going to watch TV for an hour, sleep till 2, get up, lift weights.
Independence.
That's what I want. Yeah. I did not want a day job.
Some people want the opposite. Some people's personalities that they want to go somewhere where someone tells them what to do. They want to sit in a very safe, structured environment and do boring shit.
There's a company in my town named APA, Anthony Imperatora. When I was a kid, APA fed everybody. The deal was you went down there, 1982, let's say. It was $17.50 an hour. So you shaped. Did you ever shape?
What's that mean?
Shape is you just go down there and they look at you like Marlon Brando, and on the waterfront, you stand there like a fucking moron, and they come up to you. We need 6 people tonight. You look pretty strong. And there's 30 people against the wall.
They call it shape?
Shape up work. You got to go sign up at the hall. So if you're a longshoreman, all that shit, if you don't have work, you go do shape up work. So you just go down there and wait for your badge number to be called, and then they give you work. So I used to work at APA as a shape guy. So you go down to APA, right? And the first night Joe Rogan picks me, he sees I'm a fucking mule. I'm a mule. Like, you ain't gonna break me. The shift started at 7, and it went till 6. But sometimes at 6, a load of fucking Volkswagen engines came in. And here you are with another fucking gorilla picking up Volkswagen engines. So what I used to do was, you couldn't work more than 6 days a month, or they had to put you in the union. So I would work APA, white truck, whatever. There was 3 different companies that you could shape for. So what you did was, to get into the union, was once I found out Joe was cool and Joe knew I worked, I threw Joe a yardstick. I threw you 100, so I had guaranteed 2 days a week work, which is still $18 an hour plus overtime. So I did shape up work. And then if you completed like 12, if they made a mistake, they gave you 12 days and then I changed for that. APA, that guy.
I put a bullhorn on the hood of my truck.
Jersey, New York City.
Nice.
That's a
If you pull up my stream, you'll see it.
When we were kids,
I don't got it up right now.
He took such care of his employees. His gym.
On my second screen, the Joe Rogan and Joey.
Jersey, that's where they practice. That's how good in the 70s
And
is gym.
I'm trying to.
Like if you loaded
I'm
trucks,
doing what you're doing, driving first
he
person.
already had shit. He had fiberglass backboards. He had.
You know, I find myself when I'm driving it like this.
Like at that time.
Wow.
I haven't got a traffic offense,
That was what I
and I
had.
haven't ran into any cars.
Eventually,
But when I do it in the other view,
I was gonna work like a fucking mule.
I'm
but
sucking
I'd
at
still
it.
be making $1,500 a week.
Right.
1980, which wasn't bad.
That's a lot of money back then.
Which wasn't bad. Those are the guys that buy the boats in the city.
Yep.
They can wear white shoes on the weekends.
No
They
socks.
make more than everybody else. You know,
Yeah.
because you made great money down there.
Yeah.
So you shape. You could also do that as a longshoreman. You go down to Newark and stay there, and then after 15 days, if you get from the union, they'll charge you $5,000 for a book, which just means that you get $5,000 into the union. You got benefits the rest of your life, insurance and pension.
Yeah, and you realize that you weren't going to work.
I did not. I knew, but I like that night. You know, the show. All the nights I walked home, I really how many days after loading a truck. Bus, just like breakfast, and I would walk up and get breakfast at the time and go right down the street. Go to sleep. I didn't know anything. Tommy didn't come into my way. A month before I got locked up. A month before I got arrested. Never mind prison. There was a salesman they hired. We did not go. He was American Indian. Piece of was American Indian. And he even had that Charles Bronson look in his eyes. And one day, me and him had a beef with a customer. He said the customers were his, mine. And me and him banged it up face to face, and they had to break us up. But about a week later, I was on the point. I was outside waiting for a customer. Trying to get a customer on point. And he came out and he said, man, listen, I don't know what that is. His name was a friend. I don't know if you think that matter. If I was 25 years old, and I had a fucking, you know, I was doing drugs. The tough guy mentality and that range. And I was so, I don't know why it happened. He came up to me, put up his hand, and was listen.
Howard Stern show. That's what they're talking about right now.
Oh yeah, I'm like an hour ahead of you.
I know, I wanted to. You told me that it was going to air at 11 a.m., but.
Well, that's like 2
California
o'clock.
time.
Yeah, that's like 2 our time.
Fucking crazy stand-up comedy.
I think I got
Prince, I like David Brennan, Richard Pryor.
home around
Fucking crib
2, and then I had some errands, and
Like I
finally got all done.
And then when I came on, I didn't think about
About
it.
3:30 when I was all
Came
relaxed
out
at
to
home.
Reels. There was a guy
Sorry.
that lives in.
I'll be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom
There's
before
no
I get
beach
on the
there.
freeway.
And
Oh,
he
you
was
gotta
talking
get it right.
about it. He goes, you ever consider stand-up comedy? I was like,
Before I get on that there freeway, head on down there that road.
I didn't know stand-up comedy was about work. I thought that Joe Rogan just called the comedy store and said, have a camera there in 10 minutes. I'm going to be down, and you tape an hour. I didn't know that you had to work 18 months to get an hour of material.
If you're lucky,
That's
you're good.
what I thought. That's how fucking off I was.
Yeah.
I just thought that when I saw John Leguizamo, that he just went down there. That he just went down there and did an hour. That's what I thought for
A lot
all
of
that
people
time.
have weird perceptions of it, but you know, the thing about it is that it's a possibility, and no one ever says that it's a possibility. It's not an easy possibility, but it's an option. But being a fucking physician is not an easy possibility either. But if you tell someone you want to be a doctor, they don't look at you like you're crazy. The amount of work is probably pretty similar. There's a lot of work involved in being a doctor, but it's a path that's been taken by many people. It's clearly established. You go through school, you go through medical school, you go through your residency. There's all these different steps that you have to take that everybody's really aware of. With a stand-up comedy career, no one who's other than the people that have done it, no one knows what it is. You and I both know that in order to be, you know, say a physicist, you have to go through a certain amount of education. We you know, if you had, oh, Tim's son, he's really smart. He wants to work for, you know, SpaceX. Wants to build rocket ships. Like, oh, okay, that's a possibility. You can do that. You're really smart. You go to school. You get a good education. You follow through. You eventually, there's a path there. With comedy, like, no one knows that path other than people like you or I. People that have actually done that path and make a living doing it, we know it. But for everybody on the outside, it's like, what is that? And sometimes you need someone to come along and tell you, like the guy who you were working with. For me, it was my friend Steve, Dr. Steve Graham. He was my friend when I was, you know, he was telling me this when I was like 19.
Fuck, yeah, Gatorade.
Like, you should be
Get the Gatorade.
It's funny to you. I'm like, other people are going to think I'm an asshole. That's all I was thinking. Is that I wasn't big on public speaking. What got me into public speaking, honestly, what helped me was teaching. When I was teaching martial arts, I had to teach in front of all these people. Though I'd never spoken in front of groups of people, but I was really good at the time at teaching classes. I'd learned from, you know, my instructor, and there was a way to do it. I was very enthusiastic. Obviously, it was my life, so I was very intense about doing it. And I got used to speaking publicly in front of these large groups of people. But it was because I was speaking about something that I was good at. And then I would teach at Boston University. And when I would go there and teach the classes, I'd start off the classes, you know, and I basically said to them, listen, you take this class, try hard, you're going to get an A. It's pass, fail, A. It actually counts for your GPA. So this is an easy A. I don't want you to be fucking Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan. You don't have to do that. I just want you to try. If you come here and try, you get an A. That's simple. And so I would, you know, became friends with a lot of the kids because they were like my age. Some of them were even older than me. And I was teaching them. So that was how I got into public speaking.
When was the first time, I want you to think before you even answer, besides stand-up comedy, were you ever on a stage before that?
No.
Improv troupe in grammar school, a play in high school, a play in grammar school?
In college, I didn't do any. I don't think I ever did anything. Maybe if I did, I don't remember. But in college, I took a course on public speaking. It was like some sort of course where we would do like little play. It was terrible. The teacher was terrible. She was this short little lazy lady. She was so lazy. Like the way she would give classes it was continuing education program at UMass. She was just terrible. And there was the people in the class where it was very loosely organized. She didn't explain the lessons very well. And, you know, we had to put together some little play, I remember. It was me and this girl and this guy. We made some little funny play. We wrote it together. It was around the same age. I was probably thinking about doing stand-up. I was probably 19 or 20 at the time.
I always shunned from all that stuff. I was always embarrassed. And when I got thrown out of Catholic school in the 6th grade, I had this guy, Mr. Levito. And on Fridays, you had a choice to fucking go be part of the ecology club or hang out in the class. I don't know what made me. I was in love with Frankie Valli. All right? And my eyes adored you. So he would make me every Friday go up to the front of the class and put My Eyes Adored You on a record player, and I'd sing it. Like, not lip syncing, I'd really sing it, because I really had a good voice growing up. I was in a band as a singer.
Were you? You were in a band?
Yeah, in the 6th grade.
You've done that fucking rock and roll show. What is that show? Josh
Guy from
Adameyer's
Baltimore,
stuff?
yeah, it was fun.
What is that show called?
Goddamn Comedy Jam, yeah.
You done that?
Yeah.
What'd you sing?
Killing in the Name of Love.
Oh, that's right. You did it recently.
Worst anxiety ever.
Did you?
Oh my God, singing and doing comedy is 2 different fucking worlds.
Did you have to learn the song and practice it?
Yeah, they wanted me to go to rehearsal, but I didn't go to rehearsal that day.
So you had no rehearsal?
No rehearsal. I knew the song. You know, it's not.
Play
Yeah.
this. Where is this being held?
Oh, I gotta put
This
one.
is at.
This one was a couple years ago.
This is like a year and a half ago.
Nothing. You'll see it.
I love music. I love all this shit. I just can't.
Whatever happened to Rage Against the Machine? What are they doing these days?
They all went in different directions. They're right now today. They're in that band with Be Real.
Be Real.
Be Real's in the band with them. Public Enemy.
What?
They're all in the Renegades.
It's a super band.
Oh, it's a fucking tremendous super band.
What band is this? How do I not know about this?
Yeah, something of please don't, come on, don't embarrass me now. I can't. Yeah, Sons of Rage or Somethings of Rage, and it's Tom Morello, the singer from Public Enemy, Be Real.
Chuck D?
Chuck D.
Wow. Is Flavor Flav in it?
I don't think so. I think they told Flavor you can't.
Is he still married to Stallone's ex-wife?
No, Stallone's ex-wife just had a baby with
Prophets of Rage is what it's called.
Prophets of Rage. Who's in the band?
Yeah, it's a couple of guys from Rage, Public Enemy, Cypress Hill.
Yeah, Stallone's ex-wife had a baby. She was
55.
185 years old.
Yeah.
How the fuck did she have a baby? She had the last egg. They found the last egg that was tucked up in a quarter. The fallopian tubes.
Listen, man, Mick Jagger's singing at 75. I guarantee you women have eggs a little longer.
I wonder.
You just got to dig a little deeper. You got to dig deep, deep, deep in that little monkey. There's got to be. And Janet Jackson had one at 50. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they're in there. You just need a guy to give you a stabbing to generate everything at the same
guy's
time.
going to be holding back a lot of loads. Just keep those loads for weeks. No jerking off, no nothing, no wet dreams for weeks. And then just release the hounds.
I mean, after 48, as a woman, after 48, from what I've read, 46, 47, your chances of the child having autism are very high. There's a lot of chances of a lot of little things going wrong.
Chances are with the male as well, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Over 50?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a bunch of factors, but one of the factors is also the age of the father. That's why you see more autistic kids these days than before, as people are putting off their having children and having careers later, and there's complications. It's one of the theories as to why there's more autistic kids. Another theory is that there's not more autistic kids. We're just better at diagnosing what the issue is with children than we used to be before. I say we very loosely. Bridget Nielsen. Look at that. So she had her first kid. This is her fifth. She had her first kid when she was young and vibrant.
God bless her.
God bless her.
God fucking bless her. 55, healthy baby.
Good for her.
I don't know. My girl was born. I can't believe it.
Is that what her age was? 55?
Yo, smash that like and sub button for all you YouTube users. Let's go. For all you Twitch users, hit that follow. Right, Steven?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah, we're trucking Monday.
Funny, man. Just think about the window.
Gotta stay between the lines.
Get pregnant and impregnate.
We gotta stop at this stoplight.
Just, you know, you run.
I'm good.
Oh, it's green. Turn green. Right?
I mean,
to stop.
if they see
Okay,
a semi
what happens?
coming, well, if they see a semi coming, they'll know to stop, right?
Where is it? Don't think about it. You see people day in,
Say,
day
you
out.
know,
I see you all the time.
this is a stoplight.
If you don't see someone for 10, 15 years.
I heard I'm pulling in after my 400-mile trip.
Nice.
You're at your house is fucking bullshit artist. That motherfucker hides curves and hairs in your nose.
I just started at 533
bastard
miles.
you're like, "Ugh, what the fuck happened there?" Ages of no, you watch it. I watch a tape of myself or something. I'm like, wow, man, I'm getting old. But you know, last week I fucking took a red eye to Cleveland. I get to Cleveland. It was the only direct flight. You know, now everything's fucking crazy. 2 direct flights a day to Cleveland. Everybody's got a flight that takes you 19 hours.
Right.
So my job, my choices were leave at 11 in the morning, leave it there early, Chain Avenue, or take a red eye that night. I took the red eye. And we landed at 6 in the morning, which is 3 LA time.
Well, I got a nice straightaway where I don't have to touch my wheel. Oh, those are nice. There's a lot of desert driving in like Nevada and Arizona.
Alright, I just made $3,653.
That was the price. And I didn't even get pissed off. I just said, George, it's not gonna come. Walk 50 yards, use a cab.
I want to get the one that you're doing next weekend. But
well, you know, it's perception. You know,
I'm gonna be up in Michigan, so I won't be able to game.
Showed Bridget Nielsen
The one I'm doing
today when she was 20. Said you
Oh, American truck?
American truck. Yeah, because I've played
now that she's 55.
Euro truck enough.
I
I want to see new maps and everything
Nicole Smith's fucking husband.
in America instead of over in Europe.
So much
You know what I
time.
mean?
Have you downloaded the DLC for the European one? Because they have more countries and whatnot.
No, I haven't done any of that.
Yeah, because this one you'll have to get. Well, it comes with Arizona and Nevada, I think. I think you have to pay for New Mexico and Oregon.
What's the girl we discussed 1,000 times?
Oh, okay.
I thought about installing Euro Truck because there's been a lot of countries that have opened up since I played that I haven't drove through. I had that map on Euro Truck, 100% explored once. Yeah, that's how much I played that game, man.
It's also how you take care of yourself.
Well, you did say, yeah, when you had your foot down from the car accident.
Yeah, because it was my left foot. I could still drive.
So, yeah, I remember you saying you put a lot of hours into it.
That's all I got through my divorce. My computer, pretty much.
Self-sabotage. Yeah.
It was awesome. Like, I honestly, like, I'm sorry, but honestly, like, it was just, I'm away from everybody. I'm in my parents' basement. I'm getting food whenever I need it. My mom's bringing me Vicodin and morphine. Like, it's just like, you know.
How you just go out and with your pot?
Oh, my brother would come get me at nighttime. I'd have to wait all day, but it was all right because I'd game. You know what I mean?
True.
And once
you're already fucked up on Vicodin.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And you're gonna sit there and just game all day. Cause what else you gonna do? You got.
I mean, I literally had to like, I have to like let it heal. Like, yeah. Well, it wasn't in a cast. Like, it was like in like a like pin knee, like a rod thing. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I remember you saying it. Do you still have one in you or not?
Oh yeah, I had 3 rods in my foot, 3 screws.
Yeah.
I'm sober, but I do
I
everything.
thought you might have been one of
I'm
the
sober
persons I
right
knew that
now,
had
but I
one
do everything.
still.
I don't do coke, I don't do heroin.
Yeah, you got 3.
But on the road, people give me shit. And sometimes I put it in my pocket.
On the road, people give you shit.
Oh, people give me shit all the
You
time.
take the shit. people
Not
give
even
you.
just gonna be first
So I just-
going through the airport
I just took
security
some
check
acid
because of
fucking,
your beard and bald head.
Somebody gave me blood ass.
Now you're breaking.
And I put it in the
Going,
I put it in
going the alarms going off through the metal detectors.
Yeah, there's a thing on my ID that shows it or whatever.
That you got metal in your body.
Yeah.
Man, Jack.
Oh, that's cool. That I didn't know they put that on IDs, driver's license.
Yeah, I didn't. It just. It just. Yeah.
So Oscar was a friend of Wolfman Jackson.
And I had this like these 2 big like huge scars on my foot. So like, I mean.
Right, but he goes, this, I've been this depressed in a long time. He goes, this was just bad. Now, if you don't mind, because I got to come down on this battery acid I was drinking last night. So I've never forgotten that line as a kid. That Wolfman
still alive. Wow. Oh yeah, he was born 38. Jesus Christ. Play that black and white video in the lower right hand corner. Yeah. Is this gonna get us kicked off YouTube? Man, Jack, air check from August 1973, his first night at 66 W, edited by NBC, New York. First air check. First night. Wow, how weird. Give me a little, speed that up a little bit. Well, they had a lot of fucking theatrics back then. Before the guy even talks. Several minutes into the recording. What the fuck?
We gonna lay down for it. Come on in there, get your soul together. All the way with WGS. Get down.
It got better.
No, it was a different world back then. All you had to do was have a big personality, be loud and crazy, and people got used to listen to a certain person on the radio. Radio personalities were a different thing, though. It's like you would become accustomed to listening to someone's voice, and that was the person you wanted to hear. I remember a certain radio DJ, Charles Laquidera, on the Big Mattress in WPCN in Boston. I listened to it every morning. I listened to it when I was delivering newspapers. He was the morning guy. And like every place would have a morning guy. And there's just still a few of them out there. There's still a few morning guys out there, but man, they're cutting those guys back. They're cutting those folks back. They're whittling away their budget, taking away their money. You know, they have to do personal appearances at Wild Wings and shit like that. Fucking shoot t-shirts out of a cannon and all that nonsense. It's a dying institution. The radio world is a dying world. It's weird. It used to be everybody had a car radio. You listened to the radio. Drove around. What do we got on the radio? Oh, to tune in. What's the good local stations? You find them. Listen to some good radio. That shit's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's crazy. It's gone.
I was never like a talk radio guy. I can't lie to you. People who listen to like country music. Fuck you.
They love it.
The Yankees should have beat one last night. It was a rap job. That shit drives me crazy. By the way, congratulations on the Boston Red Sox.
Joey Diaz. I'm the only Cuban that didn't play baseball.
I can't. Just embarrassed the shit out of me.
Right now I'm at the point where they're talking about Mick Jagger.
Oh my God! If you had when Joe starts talking about him and the guitarist, when they like look at when they zoom in, they're so old.
Yeah, I haven't seen any pictures yet. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, look at his fingers.
His finger, how it's all
Wow.
It's different. Boston's just too tough. The future road had thieves. Baseball player with thieves. It's tough to play against them. That's my thieves. That's my league. Your own part of the league. I've seen the type.
Who the heck is Megaton Diaz?
Cincinnati Red fans.
What do you mean by thieves?
Steal bases.
Oh.
People who steal bases. I love thieves because they don't let the pitcher get into a rhythm. They get to the pitcher's head and they start moving their arms. And now the pitcher's going to keep looking at his shoulder. If you ever get a chance to watch an old Cincinnati Red Bull park, good game if I find one, I'll send it to you. And you watch one, then they pick it up. The coach comes out and takes the ball from the guy. The guy moves over. The Cincinnati Reds, the coach will come out. The pitcher will take this fucking the pitcher again.
That is pretty nice.
Cincinnati was the king of one game.
Right there with the knuckles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Talking about the showing that karate guy now, comparing it to
Yeah.
Pete Rose. Pete Rose was a hitter. That means every time he came into the bat, you're gonna have a problem. And him, Concepcion, Morgan, all those people. That was
see earlier jitsu on the side.
At least with a home run, I know where I stand. But these motherfuckers that clobber you with singles and doubles, that's a different game. And then I'm stealing from you to really get down. Like I'm stealing second and stealing third. That's Spartan.
Oh my gosh, they put a side-by-side picture of them now.
That's what it was about.
They both just look like old anorexic guys.
That's a great movie because
They're
Like,
just on
are they
cocaine.
are they still doing cocaine after all these years and drinking so much booze
yeah, but this guy.
Well, I guess Mick Jagger works
and
out
fucking
like.
so much women?
I guess Mick Jagger works out like a god in a way. Like his workout regimen's just like
couldn't watch.
He's
Crazy
still
for
skinny as hell.
God bless.
Right.
God bless. you.
Anorexic.
I got back to my room in Cleveland 2:30 in the morning. We're still playing. 2:30 in the morning. I went to bed. The Dodger game was still. It's tremendous.
So they got AIDS or something.
I love playoff baseball. When it starts in April,
Fucking
I don't
so
want. I
many
don't know
women.
nothing. I don't watch none of that shit.
And it's just not
None
out
of
there
that
yet.
shit.
You know?
I played baseball. When I was
You didn't tell
I
anyone
stopped
yet?
doing it when I got into martial arts. I found out about
He,
Taco Bell.
it looks
Red Sox.
horrible for an old guy.
There was a big ass line to get to the team.
It's like they're skeletons, you know?
I'm walking back from Fenway Park to the train station. I saw the Taekwondo school. And I went up there and this guy named John Lee, who was a national heavyweight champion, light heavyweight champion at the time. He was about to win the World Cup. And he was up there kicking the shit out of the heavy bag. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. I was hearing the sounds of it. I was walking up the stairs. Whomp, chink, whomp, chink. And the whomp was him kicking the bag. And the chink was the chain as the bag would go flying through the air and slam against
I
the
heard
chain.
about that.
I was like, that is the craziest fucking sound. And I walked in there and there was this guy.
Is he doing a concert on New Year's Eve?
At the peak of his physical power.
Where at?
It's just at his very
The
best.
Forum?
Training for
In
a
Michigan?
world tournament.
No.
Just watching him do that was so
Shit,
terrible.
what did they just say? They were just saying it. I think it was.
Like what it would do to my body.
In LA, yeah, because I think Ozzy has like a house in LA.
I'm sitting in the team sports. That's one of the reasons why I got into wrestling.
You might
Used
cut
to
out,
wrestling.
but-
To me,
I think Ozzy has a house in LA.
team sports. I hate the
Oh,
fact that you would
of
lose
course.
if you really drop the ball.
He's got one in Europe too.
And I didn't play
Well,
for
yeah,
the team.
'cause that's where he's
They
from.
would tell me,
Yeah.
"Go try to
I
do
like
something."
his residence
Yeah.
of all the United States is in Los
I swung,
Angeles.
I either got a home run or
Like,
a
yeah.
struck out.
Like he doesn't have a house in New York or whatever. But anyway.
The concert's gonna have Rob Zombie.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I heard that
I've been
part.
I've been hearing this on Sirius XM radio.
I don't give a
A
fuck.
coworker
I felt bad if I got on base.
plugs in his phone to our
Because I connected
speakers
once,
that we have for our little group there,
knock ball, I can hit pretty hard.
we listen to like hair metal and
Lion.
Ozzy's Boneyard on
So I was
Sirius
like,
XM.
Oh, this is what it's about. It's about doing that.
They've been talking about
It's the
this
only thing that's
concert,
really good about the stupid fucking
advertising
catching
and
the ball.
everything.
Stupid cracks went out there and catch it. That's
New
pretty
Year's
fun.
Eve with Ozzy and the new Ozfest that's coming up. And
used to bug this right now. You said that. Like I was just terrible at baseball. I just had nothing for that.
then Disturbed's got a new album coming out,
These baseball camp in the summers. Just for a week
or it did come out actually.
Basketball was my shit.
Yeah.
Another one
Basketball.
I heard of today.
Real good. Real fucking good.
Really?
Real good. Like the 5-star
Shit,
basketball
what's that?
camp. Harvey Garfinkel.
Do you play anymore? You ever fuck around?
My shoulders are so bad.
Oh, I wish
My
I
shoulders
How
are
bad are
really
you now?
used. I can't do a jump
But you're
shot.
doing jujitsu.
Yeah, but I can't. You can't get me that. You can't. I don't.
I don't know. It's a.
You come over me.
It'll come to me maybe tomorrow, but it's a hair band. They put out plenty of
I should.
records, but
Listen, you gotta pick
they're-
your
Poison?
I was like, I can't believe they're coming out with a new
so
album this year, next year, or this year.
Motley Crue?
No, it's not Motley Crue. It's not Cinderella. It's not
Slaughter?
Twisted Sister. It's not Slaughter.
Warren?
What's wrong with
It's not
Rat?
Rat. It's not Rat. I know there's so many we can think of.
What's the one from Canada?
If I heard of it, the name, because I just heard
Metallica?
No.
I love basketball, but I also love martial arts.
See, it's
Rush?
a tough one. Not Rush.
Tool?
Not White Snake. Was it? It wasn't Poison. Somewhere along those lines, you know.
I don't know.
I know. Maybe I'll hear it on the radio tomorrow.
Skid Row?
No, not Skid Row. But we listen to this radio station. It's about every other day. If not that one, we listen to a modern rock station.
Oh, no. I know what to do. They take the broom.
Maybe tomorrow we'll play Hair Station.
I'm done.
Maybe we'll hear the advertisement again. Of the new album coming out. See who it was. But I was like, I can't believe that they're still touring and still coming out with albums.
Just go out there to my little gym area. Just stretch out.
Bro, listen, I never met the president.
I didn't think a lot of those hair bands are still doing that, you know?
You don't have to do a pull-up.
You know, is Poison really touring still?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Really?
Man, I don't know.
I know.
Said everybody.
Yeah, they're probably still doing it just to make that little bit of fame and money still. We're gonna pull over in this toll station here. Pay the toll. Take a break here. Oh, we're right back.
Still blue.
String doubles. In slow motion.
You know who's really into that? Einstein. You know Eddie's black belt, Scott Epstein.
Yeah.
He's really into slow-mo training.
Slow motion lifting.
Yeah.
These guys were really fucking into it. And today, the one that we were talking about, he has no injuries, all that. Like they switched me. Behind the next. They're like, you're wasting your time. Just do squats, cleans. What's the other one they do? That gets your fucking traps ginormous. Just get 20, 30.
Cleans and presses.
Just the first.
Cleans.
Don't even press it. Just the first clean. Don't even press it.
Right.
All that shit.
Cleans are tremendous.
Yeah, I love all that shit. In fact, I went back to a straight bar when I was in the straight bar.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like the straight bar. I've been squatting.
You were doing kettlebell classes for a while too, right? Weren't you?
Yeah, but the problem with the kettlebell is that if you read that guy's book, looking about Pavlov, he says that the kettlebells, I don't know if that's his name.
Pavel Pasolini.
It's supposed to be like 20, 18, 15 minute kettlebells.
Yeah.
What they do is they go on the new CrossFit communities, take the kettlebells.
Oh, shit.
Kettlebells are done for you.
Come on, trailers.
I do kettlebells, thank God for on it. I combine them with a club workout. Alberto Payne slings and club bats where you turn the insides of your wrist so everything turns. So yeah, I burn a lot of fascia on my shoulder because I do it that way. So I do a kettlebell workout, I incorporate bats, and then I start to train. So straight run, all this, and even with that, because before I went to physical therapy.
Alright, that truck's just being dumb.
Because they have all the.
You know, these traffic on here are fucking stupid sometimes.
Really do anything to stretch my shoulder before and after.
I mean, I know I'm trying to go fast, but he like literally just stopped.
A lot of it sucks sometimes. I haven't experienced on the one you're playing, but I guarantee it's probably the same as your.
Oh yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
They got some great stuff on it. I sent it to the kids and they call it something else instead of woman. They call it something else. His name is John. Good.
He's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Clubs is that they're not that heavy, but they're odd. So like you're holding on to the end of it, but the weight isn't other end, and it's this long thing, so it's very awkward. You could get a really good workout in 15 pounds. You really can.
That's all I use, 15 and 10. I got a 5 from on it to break my wrist. You get a 5, really can break the fascia of your wrist with the 5. You have an exercise that you go over and twist.
We got a full set of them out here if you want to use
tremendous,
them.
Tremendous. So that's what I was doing wrong. The kettlebell class, why am I swinging the gorilla? Why am I swinging the fucking gorilla?
Why are you swinging the gorilla?
I don't know. And then you turned me on to Steve Maxwell's 35 pounds. So now I do 35 and 44 pounds. I love Steve Maxwell. So I keep Steve Maxwell. And you were the one I called you at the last time. Well, let's do it. So now, I do 3 Turkish get-ups, 3 fucking sets of cleans, 3 swings. I think you want to be with me.
Just do it a few days a week.
Yeah, and listen, if I'm on the road, most hotels don't have kettlebells. Most hotels are starting to come around. I go to a hotel, I check, and I call my roller joint. We go downstairs, I smoke, I go right back and check by the gym. If I see kettlebells, I'm not happy. But I keep it to that 3 to be able to do it. Because over 50, it should just be 3 days a week. It takes a lot.
Well, it's also, you can get in more reps. That's really what you want. If you do a lot of reps in one day, the lungs will be strong. But if you do the same amount of reps over the course of 5 days, just do shorter workouts and do any other, you don't ever get destroyed. Your body's fine. You can do all the other things you do too. And I think you become more consistent with it, you know.
I do 2 to it. I do 2 to it too. I do 2 to it. Class. Doing the technique in 3 or 5 minutes. So I can help guys. I can overthrow men twice a week, especially on Sundays. Overthrow men twice a week. They sent you some information because we were discussing it last time. It's for light therapy.
Oh, okay.
I get the Novathor bed twice a week.
You saying it right?
Novathor, yes.
Novathor?
Look it up. Okay, I got the Novathor bed twice a week, especially on Sundays to take all the oxidation out.
That thing right there?
Yes.
Thinner, fitter, healthier, happy.
And then I go into cryotherapy 2 or 3 times a week. So what I did was I shortened my workout, and I could do it. Me going to a jiu-jitsu class and fighting Eddie to the death does nothing for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Right.
I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to be able to walk for 3 or 4 days now.
Yeah, that's the thing, is recovery.
I really went
Recovery is
online
nothing.
and
You
read
write it
after
down.
50. And number 1, you gotta over 50 strength.
Strength.
Oh gosh, that's
Yeah, you have to.
because that sarcopenia will fucking kill you, and that's when you start getting hunchy and you all become like grandfather. And when you do stand up, it's you just gotta be strong. So I went back. I meet these guys twice a week, and we pack it on. It's anxiety. We open up with a squat. To really get the system into a fucking frenzy. There's no jumping jacks. There's no bench. We open up.
You warm up first?
I do a little warm up in the first 2 sets. I see the fucking devil. It's on a stopwatch. There's no sets. It's on a stopwatch.
What do you mean?
So we'll go 4 hours, 4 minutes and go.
So 4 minutes of squatting?
I'm squatting. 3 minutes. 3 minutes of
That's a
squatting.
lot of time squatting.
But it's 10 seconds up, 10 seconds back. The last 2, I'm seeing the devil. I'm thinking about getting a heart attack.
Fucking monkey bars. They're dangerous.
Machine. Right from there, I go back twister. It's really weird how he does it. I'm out there in 22 minutes.
That's a good workout. I mean,
22 minutes.
physical strain, lifting some weights, getting that bone density, tightening up all the muscle groups.
And the Maluk stick works. That's the most important thing. I don't end up on NBC doing commercials for ED commercials. You don't want ED, you got to get the Maluk stick.
And that's for lifting weights?
Bro, since day 1.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody tells you. Give me an old guy that's doing lifting a little lightweight 3 days a week. He's doing it for his Maluk stick. All that shit they sell, what is it, GNC with Frank Thomas. Hi. And it's good for your lady, too. That shit don't work.
Those Frank Thomas are a bunch of thirsty white people hanging out with
Oh, those commercials are the worst.
We've played those commercials 30 times.
Hey, Frank, how are you? I'm
What's all
fine.
these ladies going? I wish you would do that, Mike.
Yeah. And
Frank's
meanwhile,
so
Frank's a fat fuck. You know, he's a little overweight and shit. Oh, I'm doing this. That GNC shit don't work. You want to keep them a loose stick up oatmeal? They did a study on this. I did a study. I did an independent study to see what works the most. Oatmeal, coconut milk in that motherfucker, and some deadlifts and some squats. You'll be stabbing people till you're
For
90.
sure, those things elevate testosterone, increase your hormone levels. That's for sure. But deadlifts and squats are the kings of exercise. Those are so important because they work your whole chain. They work everything.
Dolce loves the fucking deadlift. Dolce.
Everybody does.
After I read his book, that's when I went to the Y one day, and I started like, I got a coach the first time, I learned the basics from him, and then like 3 weeks later, I thought I was Mike Dolce, and I went in there and said, a 5 that was bro, I could feel it in my central nervous system. Like, it really does hit your central nervous. You just feel like this fucking.
Well, your body realizes, oh Jesus, this crazy fuck. This needs us to lift weights. It needs us to carry heavy things all the time. So your body just gets strong. There's only one way to get strong. Your body's got to increase testosterone. It's got to rebuild all that tissue that you're breaking down.
What place are you in right now, brother? You're in first place in this contest.
If I wasn't in first place, I'd jump off a fucking building.
Number 2?
I'm just disturbed.
Joe Rogan just said, if I'm not in first place because of Sober October, and those fat fucks are, I'm jumping off the building. Like, there's no way.
I'm the one who's been working out all
You'll hear that later on. Because Joey's like, who's ahead for the Sober October? And he's like, are you? And he's like, if I'm not ahead, I'm jumping off a fucking building.
Yeah. Tommy Bunny's in third place. Tommy has just recently banged out another 100. So he's 8259. And Bert is strong in last place. Strong, talking all kinds of mad shit. And he's more than 2,000 points behind me. That's slow. I haven't even worked out today. When I work out today, they're all gonna quit. I'm going today, even though I'm 2,000 points ahead, I'm gonna go for 6 hours. Today is a day of death.
Joe Rogan says he's gonna work out for 6 hours today.
No one has even gotten close to that.
I just heard him saying that he got into martial arts because he was scared of getting beat up.
I can't do this anymore. Yes, you can.
Joe Rogan, what do you do for 6 hours?
20 minutes. I do a variety of different things.
Break it down for Uncle Joey.
I run the hills with the dog for a good hour. You know, I do about 2 miles in the hills with the dog. So he's exhausted. Otherwise, he's a puppy. You know, he's 2 years old. He's a pain in the ass if he's not worn out. So I wear his little ass out. So we run for 2 miles, which is in the hills. These are pretty fucking steep hills. It turns out to be about 40 minutes-ish, 45 minutes, close to an hour. Get back, stretch out a little, and then I decide what else I want to do.
Clowns picketing against Stephen King.
So I hit the bag for another hour and a half. I turned on some old fights in the gym and just fucking went to town. Put on the ringside timer, so it's giving me rounds. And the ringside timer.
They have more viewers than fucking CNN does.
So I go 30 seconds hard, 30
I
seconds
wouldn't doubt
not
it.
so hard, 30 seconds hard.
They're up to like
78,000. 1 minute break.
Shin
drink
guards?
some water. No.
No shin guards?
No shin guards. No.
To really kick the shit out of that fucking bag hard. Oh my god.
I'm fucking my shins up.
Dog, the other day I went to kickboxing class and I fucked up one of my fungi toes. Just blew up. It just blew up and blood started coming out of it. I went home later on and said, what the fuck? I did nothing. My toenails are cut.
If you slam your shin into a bag for an hour and a half of full blast, some tissue's going to break down. Something's going to break. Like right now, everything's sore. My ankles are sore. My knees are sore. My lower back is sore. I went whole ham yesterday. But, you know, that wasn't a big day for me. Yesterday was like 430 something points. That's a big day for some guy. It's the most I've ever worked out is I did 6.5 hours and I got 1,000 points. I did 5.5 hours. I got 900 points, and then I did another hour just to sort of like at the end of the day, just to loosen everything up. I just hit the bag for an hour. Because Bert was talking so much shit. I was like, this is like, oh, where am I going to put the belt? Everything Joe does, I'm going to double. Like, okay. We'll see. He went hiking with Ari and was quitting while he was hiking. Hiking is walking. It's walking. These guys are walking and they're getting tired. And he's talking about beating me in a fitness contest.
Was Joey Diaz really on Sons
Plus,
of Anarchy?
He's enormously overweight. The one who's
No,
the real issue
Stephen
is
King.
Ari's a sneaky fuck. Ari might try to pull it out. Even though he's 2,000 points behind, he might try to murder himself over the next 2 days, get to 2,000 points, and then put another 1,000 in to beat me on the third day. He literally might try to do that. But I'm not going to let him.
We're here, we're queer.
They're fighting for second place.
Oh my gosh.
I let them get close up until a while ago. Up until about a week and a half ago.
Never hire me as
and
a
then I
truck
just turned
driver.
it on. I'm like, okay, here we go. I had a plan. My plan was to get, first of all, I was not doing this much cardio before. So we're 29 days in. Is today the 30th? What is today? It's 29th? 29. 29 days in. I've taken 4 days off. I took 3 days off because I went to Vegas with my family when I went with the UFC. I said, we're going to go on Thursday. We're going to stay till Sunday. I'm not going to work out. Just going to have a good time, relax, see if these guys catch up. So they caught up to me, and that's when Bert posted, Hogan's in last place. I really hadn't even worked out. And so I said, okay, I'm done with that. Now it's time to kick it into full gear. And then when I kicked it into full gear, I'm steady every day, 3 hours a day, 3.5 hours a day. 4 hours a day.
Joey, he's a
2.5 hours
character.
in the morning, 2.5 hours at night. Just 600 points a day, 700 points a day, 800 points a day, whatever I got to do, just to stay way ahead. And then my goal was, so the last few days, to be so far ahead that they're fucked and they're all just scratching and clawing for second place.
What's the stuff this year?
You don't get anything. I wanted the loser to have to drink a goblet of everybody else's piss. That's what I wanted. Because I wanted Bert to drink piss. I feel like Bert has to lose this. I don't see how Tom was sick. He was sick as a dog, on antibiotics for like 5 days. Came back in 1 day and he ran 13 motherfucking miles for 600 points. Yeah. Ran around the neighborhood, 13 fucking miles. The dude ran for 3.5 hours, just ran. Doesn't want to lose, and doesn't want to lose to Bert. Even if he only comes in third place, as long as he's not Bert, as long as he beats Bert, that's where everybody's at. Because Bert talked so much shit. Everybody just wants to make sure that Bert loses.
He's got the DiMaggio gene.
Oh, I got the Mickey Mantle
gene.
He thinks he can just half-ass his way through something that's an actual competition. Because he's just, look, he can push himself, but there's a big difference between pushing yourself and pushing yourself for a whole month. That's where he's falling apart. And he's been talking so much shit that we're all laughing at him. So yesterday, everybody was going out. Is it today?
This was a couple hours ago, yesterday.
I'm out here jogging.
So
Look at his tits bouncing. What did he say? He's sandbagging?
He said Ari and Tom are sandbagging.
I have my headsets in. Sorry if I sound super aggressive. I still love them, but man, sandbaggers, bro. Sandbaggers.
What does that mean?
What's a sandbagger?
He said Ari held on to his stats for like a week before
He did.
Before he turned them in.
He did.
He said Tom was lying about being sick.
No. Ari held on to his stats, and he's allowed to do that. Look, we're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to, look, the manly thing to do is to put it all on the table and make everybody try to fucking keep up. That's the manly thing to do. But Ari is obviously a sneaky fuck, right? And he obviously is also the one who worked out the least out of all of us. So he, at one point in time, stored up 1,000 points and had them on his device and then released him, and Bert went fucking crazy. You fuck! Oh! Because Bert thought he was ahead of Ari, and then all of a sudden Ari shot ahead of him. That's how it works. This is a competition.
It's a fight for last right now, right? Between them.
Yes.
Between them.
It's a fight for last, and Bert's he's gonna lose that fight. He's gonna be last. Tom's gonna work out today. I told you, Tom got 600 fucking points yesterday. Oh,
I hate when you get to the point where you don't know what you want to
take. Let me see what's going on here. Oh my god, it's long. It's
Maybe
very
you
long.
don't want to take.
Oh boy, there's a lot.
Like, you know what load you want to.
Bert's very
like
angry.
the route and shit.
Very, very, very angry.
Yeah.
He's very angry because he realizes he's going to come in last. Because he was saying yesterday. Here's what's hilarious. He goes.
Then if you want to take a route from wherever you're getting there, or
ahead of you yesterday was 2,000.
You're gonna deadhead somewhere else.
I go, do you have any idea what the fuck you would be saying?
Try to
if
find
you
a
had
better
2,300 points. And he goes, I'd be respectful, and I'd be.
Well, not doing
Like
that
you
one.
fucking liar,
Make a
man.
T-shirt about it, probably.
You fucking liar. Look, this, you know, this is a rigged game. It's if I don't get hurt, it's a rigged game. That's just what it is.
No, anybody drink, anybody smoke,
No.
anybody got caught drinking or smoking, nothing.
Don't you think the bird's drinking? Didn't you say you looked at you funny?
All right, let me tell you the fucking story, and you tell me what you think, okay? Because this was the fucked up thing. My feelings were even hurt. Every Wednesday I go to pizza after karate with Mercy. We go eat pizza, and we're sitting there. It's the neighborhood pizza joint. We're sitting there, and I look at my wife and I go, "Isn't that Bert?" And it's a dude walking through the neighborhood, look just like Bert with a hat on. I put my pizza down and go out and I go, "Hey, cocksucker, I see that you're drinking," because it looked like he had a 6-pack or whatever holding it. And he turned around, waved at me, and kept walking. This is Bert Kreischer. Right? This is Bert Kreischer. This is a guy that, you know, I figured he'd come back and talk to me. So the next day, Lee tells me, I tell Lee that. I'm like, "Well, yeah, I saw Bert today and yelled at him. He didn't come and talk to me." Lee tells me that Bert put down a tweet that one of his fans yelled at him.
Yeah, I was gonna say he saw someone. He didn't know who it was.
And he didn't know who it was. And he kept walking. He knew who the fuck it. Dog, if I yell at you, you'll know it's fucking me. If I say cocksucker at the end of the speech, you know it's me.
Look what else Bert does. First of all, Bert knows he's behind a staggering amount. He put in the most bitch-ass workout today. He got, what is this, 149 points? That is not enough. He worked out for an hour and 50 minutes. He got 149 points. Because look at the end. See the end, all those grays?
Maybe it stayed on or something.
No, he kept his strap on. He worked out. It says an hour and 49 minutes. He worked out for 40 minutes, and he kept his strap on for an hour.
Trying to get some extra.
Yeah, because he's dying, so his heart's elevated. So he gets some points for having an elevated heart. But look at this, all this gray shit at the end. See, folks? See all this?
I can barely see it. No,
You can't
I
hardly
can see it.
Here, let me do something here. I'll show people here. All this nonsense. Well, sorry, you get, for 80% of your heart rate, you get yellow. For 90% of your max heart rate, you get red. I tried to go all red the first day. I'm like, I'm just going to kill them. I'm just going to sprint for half an hour and just make these guys catch up. There's no way they catch up. Then Ari, in his fucking ingenious and devious ways, found out that you get just as many points for 80% as you get for 90%. We figured so that they avoid lawsuits. So we said, okay. So it seems like the sweet spot is in 80%. So just stick to 80%. So you can do that, or you can be like Bert, and Bert barely gets to 70%, mostly stays in the 60% range, which is gray, and then 80%, which is, 60% is like there's 50, 60, and 70, and 70's green. No, yeah, 70's green, and then blue is 60. So he's mostly.
No, they're talking about The Exorcist.
60% of his max heart rate, which, by the way, I might be at right now.
Hey, folks, I'm gonna end the stream
'cause we're getting
tonight.
angry.
You
So
guys
if you get
all have a
mad,
good night.
You'd be in like the blue, and you get 2
And,
points a minute for the blue.
I'll
You get
catch you
4
back
points
here
a minute
tomorrow
for the
night.
yellow.
What do
There
you-
it goes. See, 60% to 70%.
Check it later,
you get
NICKYJ.
blue. Bert is all.